Hello, good morning. We're going to continue this morning with Wednesday's topic of the lesson Communication with God. And today we're going to be looking at answers to prayer. What are some of the main reasons why prayer is not always answered as we hope? James chapter 4 verse 3 says, "If ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your own lust." So let's look at the next verse, Psalm 66 verse 18, where it says, "If I regard iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me." And then Proverbs 28 verse 9, "He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination." So three things that we see here. James chapter 4 verse 3 tells us that we ask and we don't receive because we ask amiss. We ask the wrong things. We ask to consume in our own lust. So our desires are not, it's not matching up, right? Something's amiss. Then Psalm 66:18 says that if we have sin in our heart, if we have iniquity, our prayer is not going to be heard. And Proverbs 28:9, if we turn away from the law, then our prayer is an abomination. I want us to remember also the key verse of our lesson, which is 1 John chapter 5 verse 14 and 15. 1 John chapter 5 verse 14 and 15. It says, "This is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us." So obviously, if something is amiss, it's because we haven't asked according to the will of God. We haven't asked according to what he has already given us instruction about. And so that is why our prayer is not able to be answered. And so the next question says, what is necessary for our prayers to be answered and why? James chapter 1 verses 6 and 7. "But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord." So one of the things that we need to have is faith. And we also need to, faith in who? Faith in God. And who is God? God is an all-knowing. He knows the future. He knows the best moment to answer our prayers. He knows what to give us best. And so to claim that our prayers will always be answered because he said that if we ask, he will give it to us, is without knowledge of what the reasons behind and the requirements behind it. It's presumption. So here it says, "But to claim that prayers will always be answered in the way and for the particular thing that we desire is presumption." Why? Because God is too wise to err and too good to withhold any good thing from them that walk upright. So God has left instructions. He has left the conditions. I'm sorry, the word just escaped me. But he has left conditions. The upright will be answered. So in order to be upright, we need to know what are the things that God requires so that he will answer the prayer. One of the things is for us to ask in faith. Faith in who we are asking from. Who is he? He's a God that knows the future. He's a God that is good. And he will give us what is necessary at the time that is necessary. Then do not fear to trust him, even though you do not see the immediate answer to your prayers. Believe in God, not just in the promise that the request made will be answered, but in the God who answers that prayer, that knows what is best for us, knows the timing of the answer. And so answers to our prayers comes from a God that loves us, that wants to be known as our Father in heaven, and comes at the right time for the right reasons. If asked in faith, with no sin in our heart, complying with the conditions that He has left for us. May the Lord bless us and help us today to have that in mind, to approach the throne of grace in confidence, but also with thanksgiving and knowing and trusting the one that answers. I will see you tomorrow as we continue with prayer without ceasing, our last session of this week. God bless you. Bye-bye.